the Oasis class ships. We have tickets for this show tonight, so we'll be back later for a closer look then. Moving with individual TVs and consoles and a separate ensuite bathroom.
So it's fair to say it's very impressive, but I think the most important thing, and what you've all been waiting for to laugh at, is me going down the slide.
Okay, I definitely did that about 5 times. Now, there's one more level, which provides direct access to Surfside. The cost, well, that's in another dimension at over $80,000 for the week. I make it lunchtime and we'll head to yet another neighbourhood for this. Perched on top of decks 14 and 15, you'll find the Aquadome, a totally new concept for Royal Caribbean. First up, you'll notice the Aqua Theatre, which historically has featured to the rear of the Oasis class ships. We have tickets for this show tonight, so we'll be back later for a closer look then. Moving on, we get to another first for Royal, a food hall called the Aquadome Market. You can choose from 4 food stations, from noodles to mac and cheese to Mediterranean kebabs. It's perfect for a quick and hearty lunch. Oh, and there's also a crepe station. These are all included in your cruise fare, and I have to say I'm very impressed. Moving forwards, you'll get to what's called the Overlook, providing awe-inspiring wraparound ocean views, which is quite unlike any perspective I've had at sea before. It's all about relaxing here, with plenty of chill-out areas to kick back with a book and a cocktail. There's even Overlook pods, which, if you manage to find one empty, can provide a lovely perch up high. And finally, after all our exploring, we reach our lunch venue, Hooked Seafood. This is at an additional charge, though included for us thankfully. Let's take a seat and settle into some much needed lunch. The menu, as you'd expect, is heavily seafood focused, with a smattering of meat options. As our order is placed, we're served some garlic biscuits, and to my British friends, these are similar to scones. To start, we decide to try the freshly shucked oysters, something neither of us have sampled before. Shall we just say I'm not a fan? Moving on, Millie goes for the steak and lobster, which was a very good choice. I, however, went for a poor choice, so feel free to roast me down in the comments.
We are currently on our way for a behind the scenes tour of the ship. We've got to meet down in the main dining room, so let's head there right away and see what it's like behind the scenes.
The main dining room is located across decks 3 to 5 and is the main venue for most passenger meals. Menu-wise, here are a few samples. To note, these do change each night. We're joined by the head chef, who talks a little around the scale of the operation for feeding nearly 10,000 people on board. Next, we're led downstairs and into the main kitchen. Here we're shown some of the key food preparation stations. Now for the second segment of our behind the scenes tour. We'll be heading up to the bridge on deck 12 to meet Captain Henrik. It's fascinating to see the space and meet the people who are in charge of looking after 10,000 passengers and manoeuvre this 248,000 gross ton ship. It's amazing to have this opportunity, as currently there are no official behind the scenes tours, and this was on an invite only Star Class basis. As evening begins to draw in, I make it time to head to the 8th and final neighbourhood on board, the Hideaway. It's a brand new space for Royal Caribbean, at the very back of the ship on deck 15. It's also adults only, and creates a kind of beach club vibe, with plenty of sunbeds and incredible views of the ship's wake. The crown jewel is the suspended swimming pool in the centre, 135 feet above the ocean. Like a beach club, you can book a daybed, which, as you'd imagine, are charged with, intent. There is also an extensive bar and lounge area, which is ideal for a sundowner and our main reason for visiting this evening. Now these are included for us, but chargeable for guests without a drinks package.
Right, very exciting. We are off for somewhere a little bit different this evening. Millie, are you looking forward to a live food show?
Yes, I am.
Well, it's teppanyaki. Let's go.
Dinner plans take us back down to the Central Park neighbourhood on Deck 8. We'll be dining in a separate part of the Azumi restaurant. This is my first teppanyaki experience on board a ship, so Millie and I are eager to see Royal Caribbean's take. We're seated on a table with 6 other guests and presented with a menu. We're served G&Ts with some edamame beans, and the show begins. Our chef Ryan is brilliant and gets everyone involved with the experience. To begin, we're served a delicious egg fried rice, which seems to taste even better being made right in front of us. And now it's time for the main event. And the taste test. Top marks all around. We have of course after dinner plans in the Aqua Theatre, but that's not for another hour, so let's drop into Lou's Jazz and Blues Bar for a drink beforehand. I love the variety of venues on board, and it really does feel like we continue to discover them even days into the voyage. It's time we finally experience the Aquadome in all its glory at night, and with our favourite show on board to boot. Anna reserves us some of the best seats in the house, so let's settle in and enjoy the jaw-dropping performance.
Wasn't that one of the most amazing shows we've ever seen on board a cruise ship?
I'd say it was even better than the Aqua Show on Wonder of the Seas.
I think so.
If that could even be possible.
I know, you couldn't stop talking about that last one, could you?
I know, it was amazing.
So with that, I think it's time to get some rest.
Night all.
Well, good morning. During our slumber, we've docked in the cruise port of Cozumel in Mexico. Let's head down to Deck 2 and disembark the incredible icon of the seas. A question on most of your lips, I'm sure, is just how much this cost. This is entirely self-funded, but I booked smartly. On the Royal Caribbean website, they wanted $36,000, but simply by shopping around, I found this over $4,000 cheaper on another website. It's still a lot of money, but Star Class is worlds ahead of the similar priced loft suite, which we had on Wonder of the Seas last year.
Welcome to Mexico.
Welcome. We've had the most amazing time on the world's largest ship. Thank you so much for watching.
And we'll see you all again next time.
Next time. Bye.